Mexico City for the Summer Olympics of 1968. Those were the games where Bob Beamon broke the long jump record. And to appreciate just how remarkable his jump was on that summer afternoon, consider the track officials who were working an event that hosted the greatest athletes on the planet did not have a tape measure long enough to cover the span that Beamon jumped. Now, in an event where the distance between first place and last place is often measured in inches, once the officials had an adequate tape measure, they learned that Bob Beamon had broken the world record by nearly 2 feet. Great records, team records, among individual records are certainly a hallmark of our next inductee from the class of 1981, John H. Boutet. John earned varsity letters in baseball his sophomore, junior, and senior years, hockey for 2 years, sophomore and junior, and his senior year in soccer. He was also captain of the baseball team his junior and senior years and captain of the soccer team his senior year. John led St. Joe's to a Monsignor Martin League title in baseball in 1979 with a record of 19-1, hockey in 1980 with a record of 18-1-1, and soccer in 1980, the first SJCI in history. John is extremely proud of the fact that each team won a league title. As a second baseman in baseball, he was a first-team All-Western New York as a senior and All-Catholic his junior and senior years. John was also second-team All-Catholic goalie in hockey, first-team All-Catholic goalie in soccer during his senior year, two-time MVP in baseball. He batted .508 in 1981, which led the Monsignor Martin League. During his senior year, he also set the school season record for goals against average in hockey at 1.80. And in soccer, he had 6 shutouts in 10 games. John happened to attend a college which is situated on Main Street in the city of Buffalo. He won multiple letters there. We can't say those letters either, but there are only 26 of them, so I'm sure you can guess which one it is. And he had a free agent tryout with the Toronto Blue Jays, with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Cleveland Indians, while also playing AAA BA ball and AAA Muni ball in baseball. John has been employed at the Niagara-Wheatfield Central School District as a phys ed teacher and coach since 2000, and is a proud member of the Board of Directors of the Greater Buffalo Sports Hall of Fame, where he serves as the site and exhibit chairman. He continues to play senior league hockey and also enjoys golf. He was inducted into the Western New York Baseball Hall of Fame earlier this year. John and his wife, Robin, have 2 daughters, Amy and Kate, and John's father, Paul, is a graduate of St. Joe's from the class of 1947, where he played baseball and would later coach hockey during John's years as a Marauder. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 1981, John Boutet.
I want to give this to my mother. I forgot to give it to her earlier. It's a picture of my father. I want to echo the sentiments of Mark about the school. Amazing place to go to school. It shaped my life tremendously. So, words well spoken. I first and foremost wish to congratulate the other fine gentlemen being inducted here tonight. I'm sure that it means as much to them and their families as it does for me and mine. So congratulations to everybody here. I am truly honored and humbled to be inducted here tonight. I wish to start by thanking all the board of directors for voting me into the hall of the #1 athletic school in Western New York. I especially would like to thank Mark Simon, my former classmate Jim Carnes, and my old defenseman, Danny Higgins. Danny, as you might know, is one of the best hockey players ever played here. I also would like to thank 2 people who I met on my first day of school in 1977, Bob Scott and Joe Wolf. Their love of educating young boys and molding them into fine gentlemen has left an impact in everyone who has ever attended St. Joe's. I can honestly say I would not be here before you today without them both. St. Joe's would not be what it is without these two inspirational gentlemen. Thank you. I would like to thank all the teachers I had in my time here. Their dedication and commitment to excellence helped shape me into a better person. To the Christian brothers who taught me about the importance of hard work, I thank them. To my coaches who ran programs of integrity, discipline, and good sportsmanship. I can honestly say each coach I had here pushed me to be better at what I did. Rick Pepe, Ronnie Lieb, who was mentioned earlier, I didn't even know he was a swing coach. He didn't bring a book to baseball practice. He just made us run. They made me a better infielder. They had me play with athletes that were better than me. Steve Bloomhagen and Don Colpoys were both an inspiration to me on the ball field as well. At Don Colpoys at that school on Main Street. Hockey coaches Todd Champlin, Keith Waldron, and Tom Burke had the faith in me to be their goaltender at a very young age. I thank them for entrusting me with protecting their goal. Soccer coach Dan George helped me transform me from a hockey goalie to a soccer goalie, which was not an easy thing to do. He led us to the first ever soccer championship in St. Joe's history. Thank you all, gentlemen. I can never repay what you've done for me. To all my teammates here at St. Joe's, especially John Galvin, who is a close personal friend to this day, for making my 4 years here extremely rewarding and fun. Without each and every one of them, we would not have had the success we did. St. Joe's taught us all about teamwork and putting the goals of the team ahead of individual success. If I'm a little nervous, I apologize. I'm an elementary school phys ed teacher. I talk to 7-year-olds all day. I wish Paul Lasacci was here to give me some guidance.
Yeah, here, right here.
You are? Oh my God. I just had flashbacks. Paul Lasacci just had flashbacks, running laps. Back when the grass was real grass outside, not this fake stuff. Anyway, I would like to thank the members of my family for their continued love and support. To my wife Robin and daughters Amy and Kate. Kate is not here tonight. She's attending the University of South Florida. Thank you for putting up with me all these years and listening to my stories about sports, which always seem to arise. To my 3 sisters, especially Martha. Martha was the person who campaigned for me to be inducted here. Thank you. To my brother Bob, my brother-in-law Mike Smith, who took so much time to help me become a better player. Some of my favorite moments were practicing at Kenmore West, Ives Pond, in the backyard. To my number 1 fan, my mother, Aline, who saw every game I ever played, no matter how cold, wet, windy, or snowy it was. Back then, we played hockey outdoors at Lincoln and Brighton before they had a roof. And I would always look over when it was like -5 and the wind was blowing across. Yeah, Danny, I think you can remember this. And she would be huddled up with her wool blanket. She was the only parent that stayed outside. Maybe Mr. Higgins came once in a while. Thank you for taking such an avid interest in what I did. You were always there for me, even when things didn't go so well. Every son should have a mom like you. Lastly, to my father, Paul, without whom I would not be here tonight. My father was also my coach, my trainer, teacher, friend, confidant, and inspiration. He taught me to be thankful for everything that the Lord has blessed me with. Healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy soul. I'm certain a better father never existed, at least in my eyes. His love of baseball inspired my love of baseball. He was the father who would volunteer to coach when no one else would. He was the one who would pitch batting practice until his arm nearly fell off. As a coach, he never once caught a player. He knew every child had some benefit to the team, even if he was a water boy or team manager. He made sure every boy got a jersey, even if it came out of his own pocket. I remember when I was playing varsity, my sophomore year of hockey, and there was 40 boys tried out for the JV team. And because of numbers, 20 boys had to get cut. My father never coached hockey before. He was a baseball coach. He never even skated. I don't think he knew how to skate. And he said, let's make a second team. Why can't we do that? So we did. I think Brother Dominic and Brother Bryce said, sure, go ahead. You want to do it? There won't be any money for it, but if you want to do it, you can do it yourself. Go ahead. He just wanted those 20 kids to have a team here at St. Joe's. He named them the Its. His logic was it would be the team to play for. That was my dad. Always looking out for all the kids, not just his own. In closing, it is impossible for me to thank everyone who had an impact on my life, but one thing is for sure, without St. Joe's and its wonderful people, I would not be the man that I am now. Thank you all very much.
Frank DeFord and